Hi everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Ravneet. Welcome. And today I'll be exploring my journey with Divine Feminine. And this is initiated by Cortney at Aries Witchcraft, and they have a collaboration with Rachele at Amethyst Ascension. And I just jumped in because this is my favorite topic. I have a big trauma with feminine growing up. I'll give some background. So I grew up in India and I am a Sikh, and while the sacred teachings are very much aligned with my understanding of the sacred masculine and sacred feminine, but the collective is still struggling with the things like there's a lot of collective trauma there and intergenerational trauma that they have they're still trying to come at terms with, but that really impacted me. I did not feel safe being in my feminine, and my whole childhood was basically struggling with these two parts of me. Well, not just childhood, even till now. I've just started to unravel my this part of me, and so yeah, really exciting. So I have chosen to work with these two decks. First is Mother Mary. I don't know the color, I just like her energy. I'm not a Christian. I just feel her energy is very universal, very compassionate, graceful, loving, something that like I said, I'm very actively working on. So her energy reminds me of the inner feminine energy in me, especially the motherly energy. So I've chosen this, and I've chosen the Wild and Sacred Feminine deck. This reminds me of my untamed earthy part that is a big part of me, and I just love the artwork and the guidebook as well. Reminds me of Divine Feminine again in her different shades. Okay, so so I'm going to be speaking from that raw space. Don't expect perfection. I think that's the whole point of doing this. So let's proceed. What does the Divine Feminine mean to me? So I pulled two cards. First is Turtle and Grounding, and the second is Our Lady of Creative Choice. This hit me because that is so true. For me, Divine Feminine is very much taking choices from the ground, like from grounded perspective, right? So Divine Feminine for me is not loud. She's not chasing. She's not proving. She is very much slow, steady, deeply present. She moves when she feels like, when she wants to, not based on what people around her are feeling, right? Or what the world demands from her. If she wants to be sexual, she'll be sexual. If she wants to be creative, she wants to, like, feminine has so many different sides of her, and she is very much grounded enough to listen to what she needs in that moment, right? So, and then take those smallest choices that carry power, because choices are not how much you can show up in the physical world like we think in our society. It's very much about taking the right choice, which can be choosing to take rest, choosing to be soft, choosing to dress up beautifully, choosing to open up your hair, like, you know, like, this is how can you feel in touch with your body? And that can be a really small thing, but only you know what makes you click, right? So choosing the truth, your truth. And I think that's sacred, and that is the power of choice, right? It's not the big choice. That's what minor arcana also teaches, right? And I keep talking about that on my channel because I feel like those small choices are what make up bigger impact, right? Cumulatively, that's what create big changes. So yeah, that's what divine feminine mean to me. Oh my goodness, I should keep going. How do I suppress divine feminine energy? This one was hard. It was like a mirror was stood in front of me. I got Artemis. I have gotten Artemis so many times, I can't even remember now how many times. So Artemis and Our Lady of Holy Fire. And I realized I suppressed that untamed part of me a lot. Of course, not consciously, it's very unconsciously. Every time I try to fit, I try to make people comfortable. Well, I don't think that's my personality to make people comfortable, but I think that I tend to look at things in a different way. You know, like when you have childhood wounds, you might perceive keeping your physical space silent as being safe. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, so every time I ignore my instincts, every time I numb my passions, every time I try to stay quiet, you know, and that's when we feel angry because we are asking for attention, right? And there's nothing wrong with seeking attention, right? So choosing safety over aliveness, that's a big one for me that I'm still very actively working on, to seek safety within me, which can then make me feel more alive in the physical world. So yeah, she doesn't care about what it looks like. She just wants to be wild and free, full of fire and like messy, and glorious, I guess, in her own way. So moving on, how can I experience the divine feminine more fully? Oh yeah, that was okay. I keep saying the same thing. They all were powerful. I got Lady of Ripening and Revolutionary, and the message was clear. Stop waiting, which is why I started this channel, because I felt that, like, stop waiting. So there's nothing more to fix before I can share my voice and my gifts. So the fruit is already ripe. So the rebel in me knows that she's tired of holding back. Like, I have so much fire in me. Like, I realized that if I kept it all in, I'm gonna burst or something. So this channel is my way of keeping myself safe. So how do I experience her? By living her. I need to just let her be out and wild and free by speaking what is real to me, and even if my voice shakes, right? Even if my voice shakes. So showing up before I feel ready, because that was a big one for me, and I touched on it in a video, maybe in my last video, video before. So yeah, that's when she meets me, when I'm not waiting to be ready. How do I manifest these traits in daily life? Ooh, okay. I got the horse, and freedom and Our Lady of Sacred Waters. And I finally understood freedom for me comes when I feel, when I stop trying to think my way out of pain, and I'm a major intellectual. You might have noticed if you guys listen to my videos. It comes very naturally to me, but I am learning how to process and feel my emotions. So the best thing I can do sometimes is cry or rest or soften, and that was so accurate. So letting the sacred waters move through me, and then I can rise, free and wild, like the previous cards were indicating, and grounded, which is a major thing for me. It has to come from grounded space. So yeah, surrendering deeper to my emotions, being real rather than what looks good. And also, like, I feel like emotions have been somehow generalized to be just like nobody has time for that, they don't do anything, but they do. They are what brings us to our authentic expression, to our real gifts. They are how we feel fulfilled, right? So emotions do have a purpose, and it's about learning to work with them, because they are like powerhouses of, I guess, energy, right? They're like little nuggets of energy moving through our body, and we have to learn how to live with them, and it's a big part of us. So definitely learning to feel my emotions is how I can manifest these traits more in my daily life. So this was my reflection. Maybe it was yours too. Let me know. So divine feminine for me isn't something we earn or figure out. It is something we remember. We already are it. We just remember. And it's about learning to live, learning to see, how we move, how we choose, how we love, like learning to see the beauty of all of these things that we do all the time. We just don't do it consciously or don't pay enough attention. And she's wild, she is sacred, she's soft, she's strong, you don't have to be just strong all the time, which was a major theme for me. And people automatically think I'm so strong, like I had to be strong, but you don't have to be. Like, look out for support, get involved in community, seek people who are like you, who love you, right? Having that discernment, and yeah, learning to stand fully in your energy so that we finally feel safe enough to be in our masculine too, because that's how we then showcase our power in the physical world, right? But we first have to feel safe in ourselves enough to be able to then go out and do whatever we want to do, right? Shine our light. So yeah, thank you for being here with me, and forgive me for any mistakes, and I will love to hear from you in the comments, and I'll see you again. Goodbye.